Welcome back to the Occult Detective. I'm your host, Bob Freeman, and I've titled this episode Misadventures in the Buckeye State because my wife and I did journey to the neighboring state of Ohio over the weekend, and we had just a terrific time. It was fabulous. We saw some amazing scenery and got to drive through some pretty exciting storms. Of course, our time in Ohio itself was just fantastic. We started things off. We stopped by in Dayton. We went to the Dollar Book Swap, which is a large warehouse, very similar to the one we work in. We didn't really buy anything, but it was, it was nice browsing around. Everybody was very friendly. They do have a lot of books, just not really anything that I'm looking for. So, yeah, if you're looking for cheap books, it's well worth the stop. I'd recommend it for most people. The impetus of our Ohio journey was to meet up with some friends, and that we did. We went to the home of the Book Graveyard, and we met Nick and his lovely wife, Isabella, and joining us was Ben from Grammaticus Books, and just meeting them in person was, a thrill for me. They're great guys. I've loved both of their channels for a long time, and yeah, it was great. We got to hang out in the room where Nick films his videos, and unfortunately Ben didn't get to stick around for too long, but man, just getting to meet him was terrific. Just wonderful guys. And Ben brought me a gift. Take a look at this from the early days of Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. Demons supplements and box sets. Ben knows me well. So after we said goodbye to Ben, my wife and I joined Nick and Isabella for a trip to Yellow Springs. And it's a nice little hippie town. I mean, it was full of college students, young people, very fresh. We grabbed a bite to eat at Peach's Grill, which was wonderful. After eating at Peach's, they took us to just a terrific bookstore, Dark Star Books and Comics, and it was fantastic. It was filled with everything I love: comics, old pulp, fiction, occult books. It had a little bit of everything. Had a bunch of Howard that I couldn't afford. I did pick up the Hellfire Files of Jules de Grandin by Seabury Quinn. And that's a book that I've always had my eye on, and I'd love to have the whole set. I've read all of the Grandin stories of late, and so I'm looking to get hard copies of them. And so it was great finding that. The real treat in the bookstore was my wife was perusing the free table, and she grabbed a book that she just thought looked neat and thought I would like. And I didn't really get a chance to look at it until we got home. And, have a look for yourself here. It's called Whispers. And it was an anthology magazine that ran for about 15 years, starting in the early 70s. And it basically was an attempt to revitalize the weird tales. And this issue, look at the table of contents. You've got Ramsey Campbell and Carl Edward Wagner. I mean, it's terrific, awesome art, and yeah, really thrilled to get this, and it was free. After that, we walked to the House of Ravenwood, which was a cool little occult bookshop, full of all kinds of just amazing altar pieces, and yeah, we were drooling over everything there. So it was just a great time. It was great to hang out with Nick and Isabella. And like I said, the Book Graveyard's one of my favorite channels. It was great to be in their company, and I hope to do so again in the near future. So we drove back and we saw some, I couldn't tell you how many graveyards we passed on the road between our home and theirs. Some spectacular scenery. I noticed a really cool sign in the town of Albany. I guess they have a Halloween parade every year and have for nearly 100 years, so that's kind of cool. So anyway, that's all I got for you today. Really busy. Got a lot going on this week. We've got a dollar book sale coming up. And don't forget, in August, we'll be launching the Occult Detectives of Robert E. Howard, Kirwan and Conrad. Here's the trailer. Until next time, I'll be in the shadows if you need me.